watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I watched the movie Pieces of a Woman, which is now streaming on Netflix. Now, this is one of those films that you need to know exactly what you are getting yourself into before you get into it. This film stars Vanessa Kirby, who played Princess Margaret in The Crown, as a woman who is dealing with a tragedy, and the film just follows her journey of mourning and loss. Now, I'm just being as vague as possible because this movie is uber heavy and very depressing at times. The first 30 minutes of this film is spectacular. It feels like a Cassavetes film where the camera's just kind of floating and following these two characters, and it just feels like a slice of life. It feels so real. Vanessa Kirby is incredible, so natural. Even Shia LaBeouf, who plays the husband, I thought at the first 30 minutes of this film, I really enjoyed his take on it. You could tell that they were improvising. It wasn't too improv-y, but it was right up to the cliff of being too much, but it really worked well, and it's just so stressful and high stakes. In this first 30 minutes, you're like, holy shit, what is happening? It's right in your face, and the performances are really good, especially Vanessa Kirby. Now, the whole Shia LaBeouf of it all, I don't really want to get into the whole Shia LaBeouf of it all, but here's what I'll say, my take on him. I think he's a good actor, a good method actor, but he tries too hard, he gets too involved, and now that we all know his personal life and his story, his life is seeping into his roles, and you kind of hate him. And this character he plays feels like how Shia LaBeouf might be in real life. And there's certain instances you're like, oh, that's not acting. That's really this guy, this asshole is doing this. He's just too aggressive, and he just infuriated me with certain scenes later in the movie. I thought the first 30 minutes he does a good job, and I do think he's a good actor, but I just really hope the Shia LaBeouf of it all doesn't take away from Vanessa Kirby's performance, because she's incredible, and let's just focus this on her. This movie hits really hard, really fast, but unfortunately after the first 30 minutes, it just putters out. There's nothing left. They have no steam left in the engine, and I almost turned it off after the first hour and a half, because nothing else happens. Burstyn plays her mother, which I get it. Cast Burstyn in anything and it's going to be good because she is an amazing actress. They give her a good little monologue for maybe an Oscar supporting actress nomination, but it made absolutely no sense. What was she, in her 50s when she had Vanessa Kirby? The math doesn't work. And I found myself thinking about the age gap between the two more than, it just took me out of the movie. And I still don't understand why they had to cast a 90-year-old woman as a 30-year-old woman's mother. And the apples, let's just calm down with the symbolism. I get it. The apple, new birth, new life. It was too much, too on the nose. And this movie just really, what I'm trying to say is this movie just falls apart after the first 30 minutes. So let's swing it back to Vanessa Kirby and her great performance, which is most likely going to get her an Oscar nomination. Now, this is one of those instances where the performance outweighs the film. It's a great performance in a subpar, mediocre at times movie. I'm just curious how many people are actually going to be watching this movie, and my guess is not a lot. I think that all you really have to do is watch the first 30 minutes and you get the gist of her whole performance. And she does a great job, but I honestly don't think it's worth watching this entire movie. Just watch the first 30 minutes. It is called Pieces of a Woman, and it is now streaming on Netflix. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.